Alright, my second voyage is going to be pizza. So I filled my firebox up most of the way to that ring there. That's the separation between the two inner pieces of ceramic. You can see I got some mesquite in here. What I did was I put in about 2/3 of my charcoal and then sprinkled some soaked mesquite so you can't see most of it. And then I put another third of my charcoal down. And I made my own little poor man's chimney starter. I'll show you that in a second. We'll see if it works or not. It's kind of a bit of a joke, but anyway, we'll see. Well, there we go. I put the plate setter down, so I'm just going to sprinkle that around a bit. That is going really well. I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. And hopefully, I mean, that's not going to be as much volume as those big commercial chimneys give you for sure, but hopefully it will do something. We'll see momentarily in another 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, it's definitely accelerating nicely since I opened these up. It's at 350 now. I'm going for 600. I've never done a pizza that hot before. We'll see how it goes. You can hear it just crackling like crazy in there, so I think we're well on our way. We're at 550 now, almost at 600. I should have been timing this to see how long it takes, but it's not been too long at all, in my opinion. So, we're almost there. Alright, to get 600 you need to take the top right off, I've discovered. And we're just at 600 now. The pie's in there about 3 minutes. And I've got that open about twice what it was for my 325 last night. A little bit more than twice. You can see my 325 mark right there. It's a little bit more than twice, and full bore would be right there. Even with this open full bore and the top open as much as it could open with this thing on it, it was not able to get to 600. Now it's dropping off of 600, so I got to open the bottom up a little bit more. So a little bit more. We'll see how she goes. It's a big experiment. Let's hope it turns out. Okay, I got that in the house now. I learned a few lessons here. One, don't let your pie come too close to the edge of your pizza stone. She burn around the edge from the extreme heat. That's okay. I can deal with that next time around if it's just in from the edge a little bit. But this was not even, this is interesting, this was not even risen at all when I put it in there, but the extreme heat, this is the first time I've never even done like 550 pies in the oven here. It's pretty interesting. The smell of this pie is incredible. It's my same recipe as ever, but using the extreme heat for it, just the smell is just way beyond what I've ever accomplished in a pizza pie before. I gotta say, this is a massive success. I'm just so impressed with this. Obviously got some tweaking to do. You can see I used parchment paper underneath it. I'll show you that. I didn't have the opportunity to show you what I was doing there to get the pie onto the big green egg and back off again. I used the parchment paper. This is something that a buddy of mine, one of the brewers, introduced me to. And I slid it on from the counter. I slid the parchment onto the big round stainless grill for the big green egg, and then from there I slid it onto my pizza stone on the egg, slid it back on, or then I just had oven mitts on to pick the stone, my stone is under there, to pick the stone off of the egg and carry it in here to the kitchen. Put it on there. Oh man, that's going to be a good pie, I'll tell you that. Whoa! And the pizza was so good, it put this guy right to sleep. He was howling like a banshee just before supper. I guess that meant he was tired. And he just nodded his head over and bang, he was sound asleep.